Okay, hi everyone. Good evening. Good to see all of you here. It's been a while, and I'm so glad to be back here. Happier. I think it's the first time I'm seeing everyone in 2024. Things have been, yes, Smita, Ho'oponopono was amazing. I really missed it. I really miss it every single day. And I think my commitment to myself today is that I hope to be here more often doing more sessions of Ho'oponopono. Okay, good evening and welcome everyone. My name is Hitesh Bhatia. I am one of the many hands behind Joining Hands, and I'm one of the founders at Healing Circles. Joining Hands is a community that talks that is for everyone interested in the alternate healing space. Healing Circles is an entity which revolves around the family constellation space. Both of them are under the larger Joining Hands umbrella. I have with me in the house today Rosina, a little about myself and a little about Rosina. I'm a past life regression therapist. I studied and trained at the Tasso Institute in Netherlands, post which I started practicing past life regression therapy. Life had other plans that got me to joining hands and create this beautiful community of 20,000 plus people spread over 18 different countries across the world and help more people become more and more aware about the alternative healing modalities. We have Rosina in the house who, other than being a fabulous therapist, a fantastic family constellator, extremely highly intuitive, and a very charming and loving person, also happens to be my wife. Yeah, I think most wives are not used to being praised by their husband so much. That's why I can see Rosina blushing and smiling. She is my best friend and she's also my worst enemy. She's my best support and my worst critic. And my I think the person that's happiest today is my daughter, because she was really excited to know that both her parents are doing sessions together. Her typical understanding is that we do different things. I work in the past life arena. Rosina works more in the family constellations arena. So both of us very rarely are together on a Zoom. But she was really happy that we're doing this together. And what better way to be doing this than to be talking about love? Right, Rosina? I couldn't think of a better topic to talk about today than to talk
Yes.
about
Yeah.
love and to talk about broken love, fights, and relationships. Let me begin by saying that Rosina and I fought, and we fought a lot. We fought to the extent our friends and family said, listen, you decide, are we guys going out or are we going out to fight? Are we going out to have fun? Are we going out to fight? But all these fights taught us a lot of things, brought us closer, and bonded us. So today we'll talk about relationships and we'll talk about love. How do you define love? A lot of us have experienced it. Some of us will say we haven't experienced it at all. I know I have experienced it more times than one, with more people than one. And I can proudly say that in front of my wife here, with more women than one. Because I live with my mother, my daughter, and my sister, and many other women. So, how do you really define love? Rosina, would you want to talk about how do you define love? I have some insights. Would be lovely to hear from you. Wait, I need to allow you to mute. Sorry. Yeah, I have. Um, just 1 second. Yeah, Rosina, can you unmute?
Yes, I can. I think you must ask others, maybe
Sure.
one or two people, how they define love. Maybe one or two can raise your hand and then tell me, yeah, yeah, Ruxana, go ahead. How do you define love?
Where I don't have to pretend, where I
Maybe.
can just be me.
Wow. Okay.
I
Nice.
mean,
What else?
where there is respect, trust. I mean, so where I don't have to pretend to be anything other than who I truly am, truly vulnerable, and be safe, feel safe.
That's beautiful. That's really beautiful. What
Thank you.
else? Who else?
Anybody else to define love?
And I think I want all of you to take a moment and think, what is love for you? Think. It's time that we really introspect and ask the question that what is love for me, and find a definition, and maybe one or two can unmute and say or type it in the chat box. Okay. Don't be in hurry. Take a moment. What is love for me? I think for me, love is respect and fun. You know, when you truly respect another person, and when in that presence of that person, you are yourself. You know what Rukhsana said, that you really don't need to pretend to be someone else. You know, where you can be truly yourself, and also the respect. Okay, caring, happy, be together. Okay, what else? To enjoy the journey.
Um,
Yes.
I think transparency and the willingness to find joy with yourself and with someone else, with their love languages mattering.
Yes, yes.
Uh,
Transparency
she
and willingness to find the joy.
Sure, that's
she's
interesting.
Ashley. She just happened to visit me, and I was joining, so
Sure,
she's
That's
sure,
how
let's find out.
that's
sure.
what love is, right? It's how that's how it spreads, right?
Yes.
Thank you, Poonam. Thank you, Ashley.
Sure, sure. So we got around 6, 7 answers. So only 6, 7 people are here. I want all of you to think, guys. It's important that we really introspect and check with ourselves. You know, knock, 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 knock yourself. Yeah, think it whether you want to write, you don't want to write, but get an idea, because I think definition of love is going to be really, really different for all of us. Okay, and a lot of time your definition of love also comes from your parents. I don't know. Check. Yeah, it is. Continue.
Love is kindness. Yes, love is a lot of things. And um, interestingly, when you search on Google, which is where we all search for these definitions of love, I think to me, love is something that changes every day and every moment. When I am angry with my life, with my wife, when I'm angry with my child, with my mother, do I not love them? So to me, love is a feeling. It's something that I really struggle to describe with words, but it's a feeling that I know makes me smile. To me, love is a feeling that keeps me warm, keeps me safe, keeps me secure. To me, love is something that it's so many things. And like I said, it changes in every moment. It changes when I'm angry with my wife, it changes. When I'm in love with my wife, it changes. When I'm irritated with my wife, the love changes. When I want to care for my wife, but I myself am also in pain, it changes. The beauty of love is I think it's unique to each one of us. Our love is our expression of what's happening within us. Scientifically speaking, love is a chemical being released in your body. What happens when you feel that love is a chemical gets released in your body, and that chemical brings about certain emotions and certain actions and reactions. And I really like the way Rosina said, the first time that you feel love is the love you feel from your parents, the love you feel from your mother, the love you feel from your father. And that's what really sets up your understanding of love, how you see the world through the eyes of your mother. And then when we talk about love, we talk about broken love. What really is broken love? And to make it a little more deeper and a little more complex, because the idea is to always make things complex and then simplify them, which makes it more interesting. I'm going to talk about two words that we normally talk about in association with love. One is trust and one is faith. Yeah, we'll talk about these two words and how both of these words normally play with love and relationships. Trust and faith and the difference between both of them. We'll come to questions. Do you want to take questions right now, Rosina? Or do you want to? You're on mute, Rosina. Sorry again.
So after we finish the topic,
Sure.
yeah.
Fantastic. So trust and faith, and again, this is for everyone in the room to understand what is the difference between trust and faith. So take a moment, and I really like, and I really like doing this where I give people the chance to introspect, chance for you, to have questions where you really take time off and say, how do I define these words? So, what is the difference between trust and faith? And this is really interesting because the language that we speak also shapes our thoughts. And let me make it a little more interesting over here. Faith is lost, trust is broken. When we speak the language, how do we talk about it? We don't say, I have broken faith. You say, my trust is broken, and you say, my faith is lost. So when we really talk about these words, and now when we talk about them in relationship to our topic today, which is fights, relationships, and broken love, what we're trying to put together is a simple concept that when love gets broken, and love doesn't need to mean specifically love. When I asked my mother, have you loved someone? She said, of course, I loved your father. And I said, anybody else, any other man before that? She said, of course, I loved Rajesh Khanna, because she's saying he was my dream hero. He was the actor I wanted to marry. And I'm like, oh my God, Rajesh Khanna for the but she's like, yeah, I loved him. She's like, the only time I would break my parents' trust and my parents' faith in me that I'm going to college was when there's a Rajesh Khanna movie in the theaters. So, what really is this concept of broken love and how does it play in our life? What happens when our parents, our mother, our father breaks our trust, or we lose faith in the relationship with our parents? And Rosina, this is very interesting what you shared with me today evening. And I think that's right. This is the right time to ask people that question that you
Yeah,
asked me.
yeah. Let's ask them. Let's ask
Okay.
them.
And then we'll open it up for people to talk and share in the
Yeah.
groups.
So let's do a small exercise, guys, and then I will explain you. So this is a family constellation topic, and I'm going to explain you. But before that, if you have a book and pen and some paper with you, if you not, then you can get it for yourself. And think about your parents. Okay. um, and the qualities or some attribute of your parents that you did not like or you hate or hated, some qualities or attribute of your parents, mother and father, that you hated or you didn't like. Maybe you can describe your parents. So for me, my father, if I have to describe, right, so my father was an angry man, my mother was an angry woman. My father was always busy. My father and mother were always fighting. Okay, so like this, think of the quality or the attribute of your parents that you didn't like, and if you can describe it quickly, take a minute and write it down. It's an activity that we are going to do, and you're going to be really amazed how what is it going to turn out to be quickly. And don't think we are digging something. You're not digging something. Something is there. It needs to come out. You really need to see it. So just write a few attributes of the quality of your mother and father that you did not like. You can write separately.
Do you write about it, what you did not like right now, or what you did not like?
Especially that you did not like it. Sometime maybe you would have worked on the relationship,
Hmm.
but something is still that you did not like it. As a childhood what you really did not like, and now as an adult you understand and you are okay with it. But as a child, maybe you really, really did not like it. You hated it.
So is it okay for me to write that I feel my mother doesn't express her love to me?
Yes, yes. Straight away, my mother doesn't love me.
No, she loves me. She doesn't
Doesn't
express her love.
express. Yeah.
And I because I know this, I know where this is going.
Yes. maybe 3 or 4.
Sure.
And tell me once you guys are done. Maybe four qualities of each. And it's not, while you're writing, don't think I'm judging my parents. We're not really here to judge anybody. We're just writing what you didn't like, right? And we all have a freedom to express. And of course, don't even try to judge them. That's not our place. Are you guys done?
I'm
You guys
done.
done? Okay, okay. Now, um, check those quality. How many of those quality resembles your partner? Check those. Maybe you have written 4, 5, or 6, 7. Underline how many of those quality resembles with the quality. What is that you see in your partner? Partner, husband, boyfriend, or all the boyfriends you had, or please underline and type it in a chat box, number of qualities. Just check. So let's say if you wrote that, okay, my
Father and mothers, both you have to count.
yes, and some of them would be same but separately also, right? Some quality of mother, some quality of the father, right? So as Hitesh said that he feels that his mother doesn't express the love, and that's what same he feels for me, isn't it, Hitesh?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely bang on.
Yeah. So anybody has resemblance?
Sahil's got 3 out of 5.
Okay,
Meena
others.
has
And
got
guys, can
4.
I would like to see more faces. I in fact for my session I asked everybody to keep the video on. I would like to see you guys. It's nice to interact, nice to see your faces. Yeah. So for how many of you all for how many of you all more than 5 qualities? Okay. For how many of you are more than 4?
May I ask a question, Rosina?
Yes,
I
Uchana.
see,
1 second.
I see many of, sorry, I see many of those qualities in me.
For
So,
your partner,
sorry,
in you, that's
in,
fine.
huh,
But is there anything? Of course, you will have it. Anyways, we
okay,
inherit that lot of qualities in us. So that
huh.
is, anyways, that is a different topic altogether. That we carried them out of
No, what,
our loyalty for our parents, right?
no,
So that.
so the relationship, the opposite stuff in between my mom and my dad is not exactly, but a lot like between me and my husband. I
Yes.
mean,
So right
I
now,
am more like my mom, and he's more like my dad.
yes. So we're
So
just
it's
talking
like
about.
literally there
Yes.
are so many parallels.
Right. Now you're going to ask me, oh my God, how is the quality in my parents that I hated? It's in my partner. Okay. Now I'm going to really explain you a small definition, and if some of you are into family constellation practice, you'll understand. It's called entanglement. Okay. How many of you have heard about entanglement or know about entanglement? Okay. So I'm going to give you a small definition of entanglement. Okay, and I'll explain you. Entangle means when an individual is tied up in the faith or business of another. So when an individual is tied up with a faith or business of another person, to an extent, he or she is literally caring and living the faith and feeling of another person. So when an individual entanglements means when an individual is tied up to a fate of another person, and he's entangled in such a way that this person's life, now the other person is living this person's life, the other person is living fate and the feeling of a first person that you are entangled with. Okay, so entangle means to entangle. Now I'll give a little bit more idea. Okay, um, so when you are children, right, we come from our parents. Okay, and our life comes from our parent. And for a child, a connection to the world is through our parents. Right? And when a child is small, a child sees the entire world through the eyes of the parents. And for child, parents are God. Right? Because who feeds children when you're small, right? You don't really go and earn and make your food. The child is completely depend on mother and father to feed, to do everything. So for children, parents are God and they come from there. Now what happened, uh, that sometime, okay, let's say it's a child and child is crying seeking an attention of a mother, and either mother is busy, maybe mother is sick, or mother is really busy in a housework, or working, right, and child cries but mother is not available, and then again child cries, mother is not available, and then child cries and mother is not available. Child feels abandoned. Okay, child feels that mother is abandoning me, because child doesn't have that intelligence to know that whether mother is busy or mother is working or she has to do other things. Child feel that mother is not available for me, and child feel abandoned. Okay, and child heart breaks. And connection between mother and a child breaks. This is the first time a child experience heartbreak. Because child feel that okay, mother doesn't love me, and that's why mother is abandoning me. Maybe sometimes it may be two children, right? Mother is taking care of, when you have twins or maybe elder children, or mother is taking care of one child for whatever reason, right? We are not here to judge parents or do whatever it is. I'm talking about a child perspective. A child feel abandoned and child's heart break. So in a constellation language, it's also called interrupted moments. Okay, interrupted moment, interrupted outreach. Okay, interrupted moment in love. Okay, and your heart breaks. Okay. And then again something happens, something similar. Child again reinforces and then reinforces, and that stay with the child. And now child has grown up a big man now or a big lady, but that pattern stayed. And now what is going to happen? He or she is going to attract the partner who is to break his or her heart, right? Because you have believed that, and that's what the pattern. So now when we are talking about heartbreak and love break and all of this, to an extent, not only heartbreak, relationship, in fact divorces, we are really talking about that. Yeah, that the partner or a spouse doesn't love me, because you are really looking that person, you are now entangled with your mother, and you're so angry when a partner comes. You're not looking at the partner, but who you're looking at in the partner?
Your mother, your
Your
parent.
and it can be father also, not only the mother, it can be father also. Yeah, so if you really want to work on, and this is not only the case, of course there can be many cases. If there are heartbreak, there's a break in a relationship, or there break in a marriage relationship, of course there can be a lot of issues. There can be past life reasons, there may be karmic connection, but I have really seen one of the major reason, yeah, is this, right, a connection between uh, especially mother and the child. So when you really want to work, and especially when you really resolve that connection with mother and child, not only your relationship resolves, okay, a lot of thing in your life resolves, because we take life from our parents. So if we are not able to take parents, we are not able to take life. You cannot really take the life as it is. You cannot take the love as it is. You're going to reject the life. You're going to reject the love because you feel that mother has rejected me. I'm going to reject her. So then you also reject life. You also reject love. You also reject success. So when you overall work with your connection with mother, yeah, your connection to life increases. Yeah, and Um, consolation, we say that the true, the most purest emotion is love. And when you restore that love between you and your mother, yeah, so love flows. So it says it's like, love is flowing, right? And love flow from parents to children. Yeah? So love is anyways there. It's just that the child is not there. Yeah. So we just need to take our rightful place. And the moment you just take your rightful place, you'll be able to receive that love, not only from your mother, from your spouse, from entire world. And you'll be able to take love and life. Yeah. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it so
Absolutely.
simple?
Absolutely. You know, Rosina, I would like to talk a little about the broken
Sure.
heart syndrome,
Sure.
and how many of you know how the heart looks like? We all think the heart looks something like this, right? Like this is what they do in Korean now, or they do like this in Korean. My daughter does this for the heart, right? You all know, thank you so much. You know, the heart doesn't look like that, right? The heart looks nothing like this or like this. The heart actually looks something like your fist. In 1990, a Japanese scientist called Takotsubo, yeah, he spoke about the broken heart syndrome. In fact, let me share it with you. I was researching about it for this. He calls it, and this is on harvard.edu, by the way. This is not something that I've made up. This is there on the Harvard website. It calls the broken heart syndrome. This is a fairly old article. Don't go by the date. It's a 1990 research. We just update the date so to make it look better for Google SEO. But it's a really old article that says in 1990, Tatsu Takotsubo cardiomyopathy. It's the weakening of the ventricle. This is what he calls the broken heart. What happens is when when we are get bad news, when we get physical stress, sudden illness, the loss of a loved one, our heart actually reacts the same way that it would in a heart condition. The heart actually changes shape. The heart changes shape. When you say broken heart, the heart actually changes shape and it balloons up. And they have done cardiograms and ECGs and multiple tests. And this is absolutely true that the heart changes shape. Can you die from it? No, you don't die from it. You don't die from it like you die from a heart attack. But we all know that the cells remember the pattern. We know that our memory remembers that this heart was broken. Over time, the heart goes back to its shape. But what really happens is the cells carry the memory of the heart being broken. The heart carries the muscles, the tissues. Over time, we forget the incident that broke our heart. But the memory of this remains. I was sitting with someone yesterday, and we were having lunch. An interesting gentleman. He was talking about his life, and he says that he was in a relationship with a woman, and he broke out into these knots in his muscles. This guy is a pro athlete, runs 65 kilometers, runs marathon, 6 months bed rest because he's got knots all over his hands and legs in his muscles. Why? Because he doesn't know. He's doing everything possible and nothing is working. He's going through physiotherapy, extremely painful physiotherapy. He's about to break up with his girlfriend because they committed. He's a foreigner in India. She gets posted in India 2 years and she's going to be moving out of India again. She leaves Sunday and this is this last Friday with him. And he's heartbroken because he can't imagine life without her. They're madly in love. They're soulmates. They both are crying and in tears. And the next thing, they make up and they say, you know what? Come what may, we may be in different parts of the world, but we will be in love and we will remain like this. We are not ending this. This was an odd 15, 16 years ago. The next morning, all his knots in his muscles disappear. Prajita, you know who I'm talking about, right? I met him yesterday. Yeah. So love is such a powerful emotion. Rosina, how do we repair a broken heart? How do we get out of these entanglements?
Yeah, so very, very, very simple. I just explain you,
Yes.
right? That
So let me take a
what
step
we can
back,
parents,
Rosina.
yeah, yeah.
How do I know that I have broken hearts or entanglements in my life?
I think we really in constellation, no, Hitesh, we really don't go to find out whether I have a broken heart or no.
No, no, I agree. I'm just trying to
Yeah,
understand. Now, is the exercise you made us do today, and I see a lot of people joining in new.
yeah.
If I am looking at my partner and I'm not happy with my partner or my spouse for some reason, like, I keep telling you don't love me, right? You don't express your love to me. So if I see that as a complaint in my in my partner, is that something that's a good starting point to work upon as a broken heart? Because I'm not going to come to a therapist and say, listen, I have a broken heart. How do I really know and understand where my love and my trust or my faith was broken, and what can I do to mend it?
So I think for me, Hitesh, I don't know how many of us are in touch with our heart. I don't know how many of you will feel that you're in touch with your heart.
I don't know. Maybe sometimes.
Okay. So for that, first we must get in touch with our heart, right? All of us know if we'll ask you, okay, where is your heart? Do you have a heart? You're going to say yes, and we know we have a heart because we are alive. Otherwise, we'll die. Yeah. But how many of you are truly in touch with your heart? Truly, truly. And once you get connected, we'll do, maybe if we have time, I'll do a small process. So let's in that small process, let's get in touch with our heart.
So
Okay,
my
truly,
my
truly.
understanding of the heart is that it's my absolute present moment, right? Because every other element of me, my thoughts come from my past. You know, my emotions come from my past. My reality, my reactions is so uh, engulfed in my past. I know my digestive system works. I know food is being digested. I know my eyes are blinking, but I really don't focus on them. The only organ in my body that I really focus on is on my heart. So
In
isn't
fact,
my heart my
yeah.
most present moment?
In fact, yesterday we were talking in gratitude session. Yesterday the topic was brain, and I asked them which is the most powerful organ in the body. Is it brain? Is it heart? So for new guys, answer me. Which is the most powerful organ in the body? Is it brain or is it heart? Type.
They can unmute also, they're allowed
Is
setting.
it brain or is it heart?
Heart.
Yes. Heart is the most powerful organ in the body, right? And it is scientifically been proven the kind of energy that brain has and the heart has, like each of our body, the smallest tiniest particle is atom, right? And atom has some particular volts of energy, and if you calculate those atom together and cells in the heart and the brain, right, heart has a more electricity, more energy, right? Also, second thing, when a child, when a fetus, in a fetus, when a child is born, okay, what you call in womb, when a fetus is created the first time, the very first organ, okay, first heart comes and then brain. Yeah, so your life comes in your life first, heart comes, right? We would have seen in the sonography, and you could really hear the heartbeat in the sonography also. First heart comes and the brain. Yeah. And here, of course, we are not comparing who's who, but I feel that if you need to be there, of course, we respect all the body part, body organ. But idea is that let's get in connect, let's get in touch with our heart, and once you are in touch with your heart, then you will also have an idea that is my heart broken. It's very, very simple. It's very, very simple. And then if you will really, know that is your heart broken. If I ask you the question, is your heart broken, right? And if yes, then the next question is that what can I do about it? You can always take a constellation sessions. You can work on yourself, working with your relationship with your parents. Start with that. And of course, there can be a lot of things that you can do, but work with your relationship with your parents, especially mother and then father. Because you born in a mother's fetus, and then all the organs have developed. Do you guys want to get in touch with your heart? Do we have time?
So it is 8:36 in the watch, Rosina, and now I know your gratitude program starts, and we had said we will merge both the programs, so I can see all your gratitude program members joining in.
So what I can do?
I am
We will
okay
do.
merging them,
Huh.
or you can say that if somebody has questions, you can take questions.
I'll take the question and then we'll do the meditation, the process, which is also on heart today.
Yeah.
So you can really do the process and end of it's like 10 minutes process, which has been recorded by Hitesh. It is on the heart. And maybe let's see whether something needs to be added. I think that's coming within me. The process was not thought by me, but I feel because we are discussing and it's an opportunity, let's meet our heart today.
Okay.
Let's get connected with the heart, and I really want to do it, and let's see how it goes. Somebody had if you have maybe short question, I can quickly take if anybody has a question.
How to get in touch with our heart? That's the process we're going to do today, Shiraz.
We'll get in
And
there.
and how to improve your relationship with your mother?
You have to get in touch with a constellation therapist.
And what if your mother is not around anymore?
Doesn't
Doesn't
matter.
matter.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
So I'll take them one by one, Sahil.
Yeah.
I think we have to work with our relationship on our mother. And I can say this from experience that when I worked on my relationship with my mother, my relationship with my spouse.
Absolutely, for both of us. Absolutely. And we are
And
still working. Sometimes we feel one process, like we do a lot of process, and we when we call different teachers and therapists, we also go through the process, and you feel okay, I'm done. Like I have learned constellation for 5 times in last 5 years, and when you learn even constellation, that is 2-3 hours process, and something called walk toward your mother. Walk. So walk can be maybe five
that
feet
5 feet, five steps.
5 feet. So you keep they make somebody a mother, and everybody walk to the mother one by one, and that people take half an hour for that distance of 5 feet to walk from your where you are, and then they cry and then they sob, and really they go through everything, right? Because it's not easy. I don't think so. Have you ever thought about it, right? We always blame our parents. They are like they are like they are shouting and they are not listening to me and they are not really understanding and they are just like that. We are always in the judgment. And whomsoever they are bigger than us. So in
Yeah.
constellation, we don't judge. You take your rightful place. You are not their parents. You are their children. So just stay children, and maybe this also give me a thought. We will design one maybe one program, a small process, and we will give it to you guys so we can do it. I don't prefer this online. I like to do it in person. It's in person. It has a really great impact. But let's see. Yeah.
In person, we have Rosina in Ahmedabad this month. We have Goa. We have Bangalore. We have Delhi. So we are
It's
making
okay.
Rosina travel everywhere.
Yeah, so I'm there at a lot of places. So if any of you there, we are going to do a lot of processes, and there are different family constellation therapists. Get in touch with Hitesh. We have a community. They are just a family constellators there, and so feel free to take therapy. I always say working on yourself is the best gift that you can give to yourself. So go
That's my
ahead.
question.
Yeah, Poonam, you're really raising your hand. Yes, please. I know you're very excited to ask. Go
I
ahead.
just want to share. I just want to share. I just want to share one thing that I learned, which I found really, and so put the others on mute, and then they can unmute and ask their questions. That I learned a couple of months back that I fell in love with. We see our father from the eyes of our mother. And when I understood that, It took me almost a week to understand that, and I was awestruck at just the depth of that statement when I understood that my mother would tell me, Papa is not coming home today, he's busy. And how the mother talks to the child. See, Papa is so busy, he has no time for baby and mama.
This is a different entanglement. Don't go there. Don't go
Okay,
there.
okay,
Don't go there. Don't
good.
go
So,
there. Yeah.
Vimla, you have a question. You've raised your hand. I think
Vimla and
you had a
then
question.
Poonam. Yeah.
I
Sorry.
don't have a question, but I would like to just say that I have done the family constellations and they are just wonderful. I have
Yes.
helped many people around in the constellations, and it is just wonderful how it goes so smoothly, and what you think and what answers you get. Also, that's also wonderful. It's just wonderful.
Sure. Sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing, Vimla.
Yeah, Poonam.
You're on mute. Sorry, you're on mute. You're yet on mute. Ashley, you're on mute. Ashley, right? Ashley, you're on mute.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
I've been working on myself for a couple of years, realizing the relationship with my mother was really critical. My sister and I both know we don't blame her for a lot of things, but with her not having accountability and then to just blatantly blame us. So would it be better to just almost as if she's not here and work on things that way? It's hard to work on that with her when she's just, I mean, so at some point you're like, I give, but I don't, because then time goes by and then I'm like, and I get angry and I see the reflections in the relationships with my own children. And then they're missing a grandparent. And it's like, woman, just wake up. We're not even mad at you. We just kind of need you to meet us in the middle. Like, so should I just kind of take her out and work on me? It's really crippling me and in my world because she is living and she is here. And it's like I'm mourning her because I can't have her and boundaries. I set boundaries to the moon and back. This woman doesn't care. Like,
I think
and I
we-
love that
yeah,
relentless
yeah.
part of her, but it's also killing us.
I think just go back also and check maybe little back and how is her relationship with her mother? Because I see that this is not starting with her and you. I see this
No.
is coming from beyond generation.
It very
Right.
much so is. And my sister and I can understand that. And she
Right.
still can't.
Right. Right. So because something is coming out from generation and something she's also feeling what you're feeling.
I know, and I want her to
Yeah.
stop
Yes.
hurting.
Yes.
So,
So I think you work on yourself. Idea is that when you work, right, we don't expect people to change. When you work on yourself, your perception change and the healing happens, right? So it's like a constellation means all the stars and everything has a rightful place, right? So when you come at your rightful place, right now I'm not sure, but I see that you are also entangled with her. You are not at her place. Maybe you are at a place of her mother, and then because you are not at your place, so you're not at place, so when you come at your place you'll really be at ease and peace, and this is very 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 simple. So don't think of changing her or doing anything. Work on yourself. She will change and everything around, and when you work on yourself, your relationship with your daughter will also change, and you can stop this going from generations. I hope.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
we do a process, Ashley, in a constellations where we'll make your mother stand and 7 generations of the mother stand behind her to see the support that your mother needs and for you to incorporate that support into your life. And that to me has been a really powerful process for me when I had my father and the 7 generations of fathers standing behind him. The grandfather, the great-grandfather, the great-great-grandfather, the great-great-great-grandfather. And you realize, and at times you realize that even that isn't enough. And then you had the entire generations from the origin standing behind them. And then that's when it really gets complete. Sometimes you need one session, sometimes you need more than one. If you're, we have a lot of constellations happening online. You could feel free to join them. Or if you're in Bombay, we have a series of events happening over the coming few weeks. You can feel free to attend any of them.
Yeah,
We are in Indiana,
Yeah,
USA.
yeah. So maybe
you have a
probably you
boat,
can.
train, plane.
Yeah, but I'm sure there may be some therapists there and you can really work online. Yeah. So you can
Yeah.
work online, take online session. Yeah. Our idea is to make create awareness and make it easy and available for everybody. That's what one of our intention is. So I'm sure there may be somebody around you or you can join online session, but start working on yourself because you want to heal relationship and then everything heals. So guys, I'll take question maybe little later,
Yeah.
right? And I'll answer all your questions. But I'll take question little later. And every day we do a gratitude program. It's a gratitude for the body, and it's a 28 days program. So we've combined that because 8:30 every day is gratitude. So I know my gratitude guys have joined, and in fact we have merged today both of that because today we are going to do gratitude for heart. So today's topic is going to be heart. And for gratitude, guys, today we are going to do a little different. First, I'm going to play the recording. Okay, so we're going to do that process. And once we finish the process, immediately after that, I'll ask you guys to write the statements that what you are grateful for your heart. You're going to be writing 10 statements, and you know how. Okay, but for everybody, I'm going to play the recording. Okay. So let's hear the recording, and with this recording I hope you will get in touch with your heart, will connect with your heart, and something if I need to add, I'll add. So settle down everybody.
Rosina, I'm going off the spotlight. You're here. I'm going to be here at the background.
Okay, I'll share the screen.
Yeah. Do you want me to keep recording or stop the recording, Rosina?
I think we can continue, doesn't matter.
Sure. Okay.
Yes.
Do you want me to share it?
No, I had it. I kept it open. One second. Can you see my window, Hitesh?
No, Rosina, I can't see your screen.
You can't? One second. Let me share screen again. Okay. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
And welcome back.
Can you hear it clearly?
Would you believe it's already been 7 days? It's been 7 days that you start accepting the magic that they are. And if you remember the first day, the talk that we had, maybe you missed the talk, but the recording is available and you should look at it. We started the session by talking about how beautiful and miraculous the body is, the function it performs, and how it absolutely works so beautifully every day in every moment of our existence. And as we begin day 8, it's such a beautiful process that we do today. We thank our heart. And if you remember the talk, we spoke about the broken heart, how the heart changes shape, how our cardiologist spoke about it, the TED talk, where the heart changes shape.
So guys, this is a meditation, small meditation process. So all of you then settle down in a comfortable space and maybe close your eyes and allow your body to really relax. Get in touch with yourself. Focus on your breath, your inhales and exhales, and listen to the process.
And today is the heart, the most beautiful organ. It's the only organ that the body cannot survive without. Any other organ can be removed and you can yet survive. But the heart is the only organ without which your body cannot survive. Even damage to any one of the chambers of the heart threatens your life and can kill you. So, welcome back. Welcome to day 8 of the beautiful 28-day Gratitude to Body workshop. My name is Hitesh. I'm sure you know that by now. I hope you've been enjoying my voice. You're going to be hearing it for the next 20 days, so get used to it. Settle down, get comfortable. I'm going to be quiet for a few moments. Starting today, what we're going to do is we're going to start into the process much quicker, where what I'm going to do is I'm going to lead you into the process just by saying, allow for the consciousness to rest on your palm. The getting comfortable and all of that, you're already experts by now. So the way to begin this is really simple. Get comfortable, close your eyes, and I'm sure you've already settled in, switched off your phones, lit some candles, or done whatever it is that works for you. Take a deep breath, and on the next breath, allow for the consciousness to step into your palm. Queen King consciousness stepping into your palm and getting smaller and smaller in size, smaller and smaller, till it is so small that it can fit right through the holes, the pores of your hand, and allow it to enter your body and land on a cell of the blood that is flowing through your body, the blood that flows through your veins, life energy that flows through your veins. And as this cell meets the consciousness, the Queen King consciousness, it is super joyed and excited. It's as if it has been waiting all its life for this very moment, waiting to meet Queen or King consciousness. And as it meets Queen King consciousness, it's super excited to carry this consciousness all the way to the heart. And as the consciousness flows to the heart, up through the arms, into the shoulder, down the chest, and you just see the heart as you're approaching it. How does the heart feel? How does it look? How does the heart look? Ready and anxious to meet you. And you can see the heart beating as you approach it. The vibrations of every beat traveling through the body. And as you're slowly approaching the heart, be aware of how these sound vibrations make you feel. What are the thoughts that pass through your head as you sense these vibrations of the beating of your heart? And as you move closer, just embrace, give the heart a beautiful, tight, warm hug. And begin by saying, "Oh my dear heart, how I love you. How I love you so much." And take the next few moments to engage in conversation with the heart. Maybe directly or via a representative, whatever it is that works for you. To engage in conversation and giving gratitude, begin by telling the heart the statements that you wrote down. Take a few moments to repeat those statements. And while you are in conversation stating those statements, allow for the next breath of oxygen to reach the heart and wash away all the dead cells. Ask the heart, how healthy are you? Is there something that I need to do for you? And as the oxygen is washing away the heart, washing away all the dead cells, on the next breath, tell the heart your purpose of being here. Remember the 3 things you do in this process. Give gratitude, engage in conversation, wash away the dead cells with the oxygen, and lastly, state your affirmation or your intent for the heart. I'm going to be quiet for a few moments to give you the time to do all the 3 with the heart. And as you've been enjoying this conversation with the heart, by thanking it, talking to it, giving it gratitude, giving it a warm embrace, and all of those, giving it a fresh, clean bath, and listening and understanding what the heart really needs. And now you can begin your journey to bring your awareness and your consciousness back into your physical body, feeling absolutely complete, with a gentle smile on your face of the conversation that you had with the heart, making mental notes of all the conversations and all the discussions and points. And whenever you feel ready and complete, you can open your eyes, come back to the here and now, make a few notes. Welcome back. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to do this. Lots of love from Rosina, Hitesh and team joining hands. Thank you.
Come back, guys. Were you able to get in touch with your heart? Yeah. And you know, easiest way to get in touch with your heart? We do this in the gratitude. Take your right hand, okay? Put it on your heart. All of you. and either see or feel if you can feel your heartbeat. And the moment you feel your heartbeat, start breathing through your heart. Inhale and exhale through your heart. And tell your heart, dear heart, I see you. Dear heart, I see you. Thank you very much for connecting with me today. Thank you, thank you, thank you for this deepest connection. This is actually the deepest connection, you and your heart. So tell your heart for allowing you to be in touch in this connection. And if you have not connected with your heart till now, tell your heart, I am so sorry that I couldn't truly connect with you till now. And I missed you. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for being there. Thank you for making me feel everything that I feel. And thank you for all the function that it does. Actually, it keeps you alive. So thank you, thank you, thank you for the purest connection and allowing you to get in touch. And if possible, commit your heart that I will get in touch with you more often. Maybe once a day you can really do that. Really get in touch with your heart. And with a big smile, while you are in touch with your heart, get an idea of your true essence of your being. That's love. And you can open your eyes. How do you feel, guys, with this activity? Check your emotions. How do you feel? Like I see a lot of you smiling. Yeah, and that's what it is, right? We seek everything in our life, all our wants and wishes. That I want this, and I want a bungalow, and I want car, and I want house, or I want most beautiful partner, or I want job, or XYZ. And if I get everything what I want, what am I going to get? This happiness or peace that you seek. Yeah, so you get in right here, right now, the moment you get connected with your heart. And then the one of the most purest connection, because once you are connected with the heart, you can really truly get connected with the entire world. So do that. This is very, very easy. Do this every day, more often. Like I really feel at peace when I'm in chaos and so many things happening. I just do this, and like in a minute, I actually I center myself with this, and I come back at peace. Uh, so for every day, when we are meeting our gratitude people, right? Let's start writing gratitude statements. 10 statements for the heart. So I am grateful to my heart, and for what? Okay, 10 statement for your heart. And if you can't find 10 statement, then 4 5 statements and 5 regular statement. Continue to write while I'll take other questions. Yeah, is it clear?
Rosina, 2 3 things. I'm sharing the link of the gratitude group in the chat. All of those who aren't in the gratitude group and would want to join the Rosina's program, where we pick up one organ every day. This is the link to the group. You can join the group over here.
This is to transform your body through gratitude. It's a 28 days program that every day we take a different body part and give gratitude and work toward it to transform our entire body. Because how we say that everybody in the family has a rightful place, each of us, same way each body part in the body has a rightful place. So we must remember and thank them. So this is a program, and if you wish to join, we meet every day at 8:30. So if you wish to join, you can really join. And so guys, start writing. You know how to write. Okay, and those who are joining for the first time, if you wish to really write, do that. It is really amazing, right? Write 10 statement of gratitude. So we call count our blessing. We write What are you grateful in your life and how or why? So I'm really, really grateful to my heart as it allows me to be in touch with it and allow me to be my authentic self. I am so grateful to my heart as it pumps blood to my entire body. I am so grateful to my heart as it keeps me alive. So many things that you can really, really write about heart, whatever you feel. So start writing those statements. And
And I'll be taking
meanwhile,
the
if
questions in the meantime.
anybody, yeah, I'll just take the questions meantime.
I know Chand had a question.
And I guess Lakshmi has raised her hand.
Yes.
May I, ma'am?
Yes, Lakshmi.
Ma'am, it may sound silly, but I didn't understand. What is it? King consciousness and queen consciousness.
Did you want to explain that, please?
Sure. So, Lakshmi, did you join from day
Mm.
one?
I did from day one.
Okay.
Yes.
So, how do we, and you remember the process where you meet yourself in the mirror?
First day one process.
Day one process. I slept off. Rosina ma'am, I wrote na that it was like a lullaby and I slept off and I was so embarrassed to even talk about it.
So go back to the day one process, and Rosina, I can share them the
No, no, they. I think you can explain them little bit. King, what do you mean by king consciousness?
Ha,
And
ha, ha.
everybody
Please,
maybe.
what
please, please.
happened, Lakshmi, is we've never met our consciousness.
Ha, okay.
What is consciousness? Now we are alive over here, right, in this body, and we know that, but we never really acknowledge that we are alive because we keep going on with our life. When you're talking to me, there is also one more voice. When you're listening to me, rather, there's another voice going on in your head, which is what we call the subconscious, the unconscious, or many other names or terms it's called. What we do is we refer to that voice as the consciousness. In day one of the process, I ask you to imagine you're in a, just close your eyes, Lakshmi, right now. Imagine you're in a place in nature. Yeah. And once you're there, just nod your head. Yeah. Now imagine as you look around or walk around in this place in nature, you find a mirror and you see your reflection in the mirror. But remember, this mirror is something you created. It's a magical mirror. Now look at your reflection in the mirror and using your hand, pull out the reflection and place it on your palm. And let this reflection that you've removed from the mirror get smaller and smaller in size. This reflection of yours, this consciousness, is your queen consciousness. Just allow for this consciousness to get smaller and smaller and keep getting smaller and smaller in size till it can slip through the pores or the holes in the palm of your hand. And as it slips through the pores in the palm of your hand, it lands on one of the cells, which is the life energy that flows through your body, the life energy of blood. And this cell is so excited to meet Queen Consciousness. And now let this Queen Consciousness ride this life energy and go to your heart. From your palm, moving up your wrist, your forearm, your shoulders, into the neck, and down into your heart. How does the heart respond on looking and meeting Queen Consciousness? Yeah. How does it feel, Lakshmi? How does the heart look pumping away?
What shall I say? Uh, a kind of calmness, actually. I feel very calm.
Can sense that in your voice. The volume is gone from high pitch to such a calm.
In fact, on day one we did that, right? So we on the day one, today is a day three. So in
Uh,
day one, we met with our consciousness. I think you dozed off, so maybe you missed it, and I think it was for
yeah,
you. You really got an opportunity to redo it, but
thank,
we have a day one audio also, and you
thank,
can do the entire process. Day one audio, you can do that.
thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, this,
Filled with gratitude. Thank you.
thank you so much, Lakshmi. This is a process that I learned from a colleague of mine in Romania, where it's a very famous guy called Martin Roche, who does this with cancer cells. He makes his clients talk to his cancer cells. He did a live demo in a workshop where he made a woman talk to her thyroid. She was supposed to have an operation in 6 days where a thyroid gland had to be removed because it was, it had a lot of issues and diseases. Last time I checked with her was early this year. Yeah, maybe a little late last year, actually. So I did this process in 2022, 23, and she hasn't had the operation. The thyroid has been healed. So it's a really powerful process. We just do a short brief of it, but he engages in a full conversation and he uses that to regress the client with talking to the cells to that memory where the cells decided, to be able to fall sick or have this particular issue.
So in
Thank
fact,
you.
Hitesh, idea of our process is also that we have an energy in each cells. I told you, right? Smallest cell of our body, it's called atom, right? And each atom of our body is 99% energy and information, and only 1% mass, right? So we see our body as a mass,
Yes.
but it's actually full of energy and information. So each atom has 99% energy and information. So to heal your body, we really need to change the energy and information of those cells, and the moment of that energy of information of the cells changes, right, healing happens. And healing doesn't happen only for those cells, but so
Right.
every second, every minute, 25 million new cells have been created in our body and 25 million cells dies, right? But why those new cells, when those new cells also get an old energy and information, and they also stay sick. Yeah, so once we change with these processes and with the gratitude process, we are really trying to change the energy and information, old energy and information in the in the cells, and creating a new energy information of being grateful. Yeah, and once the old energy information is erased and new information is received, all the new cells also will be receiving those energy, and this is how we are looking at healing our bodies. So guys, if you have finished writing, you know what needs to be done. Yeah, you can take your hand to your heart and start reading your statements, and after you read each statement, feel as much grateful as you can. And after every statement, repeat thank you, thank you, thank you. In gratitude, it's not what you write, but it's what you feel. So feel as much as you can. And these are the gratitude statement for your heart. And truly, if you have not returned, just close your eyes, get in touch with your heart, and tell your heart how important your heart is for your life, and what function that it does for your body, right? And how important it is. And feel as much grateful as you can for it. So thank you guys. Thank you uh, for doing this process. I always say that working on yourself is the most amazing gift that you can really give to yourself. So do that more often. And I always say with an awareness, responsibility comes. So till now you weren't aware. Now you are more aware. Yeah. So with an awareness, take a responsibility to work on yourself. Yeah. So work on yourself, work on yourself, continuously work on yourself. And that's what my wish is for you guys. And I am done for today. If anybody has any questions, I am happy to answer. Maybe a few more. Or we can run out. Okay, great guys. Bye bye. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sahil.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Hitesh,
Thank
one
you.
small question, please.
Yes, please go ahead.
When are you planning trips to Europe? Please, please, please.
What part of Europe?
Tenerife, Canary Islands,
I don't know. Maybe
Spain.
I don't know. Maybe in August, I think October, September, October, he would be going to Netherlands and some of the part of the Europe, but I don't know specifically there. But yeah, let's see. We'll meet
I
soon.
think I think y'all can manifest it, please.
I think we all can manifest it. Yes, yes, sure.
We all have to get the
Yes,
manifest.
yes, definitely, definitely. Yes.
Thank you so much. God
Thank
bless.
thank you guys.
Thank you.
Bye. And those who wants to join gratitude process, you can, I think we have put it on the group, or maybe you can message Hitesh or joining hand number. We can add you in the group. See you
We
guys.
will get the recording of this, no,
I am
Rosina?
not sure. I am not sure. Maybe Hitesh will decide.
Okay. I'm going to manifest that now.
Yes. Okay. Bye, guys. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Bless
you,
you.
Mike.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot again
Um,
for taking me through that process. I'm still in that same.
stay with it. It is amazing. Stay with it.
Thank you.